Chernobyl to do your dirt. This is a major, major story. So, the Chernobyl masterpiece, I reviewed it over and over for the Chernobyl people. I mean, they came to me, they picked my brain. So, the first thing I asked them was, and I asked them over, are you shooting this on location in Chernobyl? Because I'm in Vienna so much, and the activist that I do the rainbow thing, he likes to go in there. And then the apple eater, I call him out, they like to go in there. I said, don't go in there. You're fucking nuts. Do not go in there. And so I said, did you shoot this on location? You can ask her. You can go ask the famous HBO. That hat that I used to wear, they gave it to me. You know, it got stolen. Lisa's car was stolen. But anyway, I'm in the San Francisco airport long before, and they asked me to review it, blah, blah, blah. I watched that whole documentary before it come out. You play back the tape, Your Honor. I said, you'll never put that up. So he is brilliant. He is brilliant in this fucking piece. And I told her straight up, oh, no, we filmed it next door at Lithuania in the Leningrad reactor. I'm like, are you crazy? That fucker's just as radioactive as fucking Chernobyl. That thing's radioactive as hell. You know, Lithuania is radioactive. I'm here to tell you. You think they just drew a line on Chernobyl? I mean, it's so insane. The IEA, you know, he says, oh, I lied when I went to Vienna. He lied. I mean, Pravad, who made the documentary Nuclear Lies, is who I stay with. I'm in Bath. They gave me a standing invitation. The only time I've ever been in a car in Europe, besides with Kurt in Germany, and I won't ride in a car over there. I don't like to here. Was the head of Greenpeace, and I tried to explain her how hijacked, greenwashed it is, and me and her had a long conference. I mean, they gave me a standing ovation over there. Fuck me here. They spit on me. That's the room right there I was given too much to live in 10 years ago. Right there on a Friday. They told me it was over. Get my, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm here getting the blood work. And you don't like the only place in the world that you can shovel 6 inches of snow and mow your lawn the same fucking day. You know, these brilliant nurses and doctors that saved my life here. You know, the poor bag. I mean, I saw the worst of the worst, the best of the best. So, by the way, the head of IHC, Mark, he and I had lots of arguments, you know, because they were suing me after they misdiagnosed me. He's got cancer, you know. So this is a major story. He's dead. I said to her straight up, you're going to kill those actors. You know, this is the fucking fallacy and the fairy tale. You know, Dr. Barlow, who's a genius right here, grew up right here, told me the other day, wasn't it amazing how that's cleaned up? I said, who the fuck told you that? I mean, this is this fair. So I told her straight up, you're going to kill these actors. How long were they there? That thing's radioactive as hell. Just like, you know, Little Joe. You know, we just had a conversation, me and Chris Otten, he's putting the archives together, and I says, there's a video out there, and I'll post it in there, so what I caught on the live cam on June 13th of Unit 3 and 4 blowing up. I found that, and he's arguing, this Johnny Come Lately, not Chris, he's been there from the beginning, he's arguing with me. And I'm like, no, this is fucking live. You Johnny Come, there's a new kid in town. I don't want to hear it. No, I mean, Chris is putting together an archive, and I have lots of stuff, so I'm going to send this to Shane Russell. He's the FOIA document reader, who we made Plumegate, which is Tony in Florida, which is Janice Milk of the Clown, which is Marina Burke, which is Shane, which is Kevin Blanche. You know, we put that together, and we have that. We have it archived. And we're going to get it all accessible. Those are FOIA documents, but I have classified stuff. The Hillary Clinton emails, those are written by Humma. You know, Humma Winter Boys, they're not written by Hillary. The Hillary emails that are classified are retracted. I've seen them. I know what they are. So the only reason I could talk about the Haas Cartwright inside the Situation Room, you know, he was going to be Obama's pick for the Joint Chief of Staff. The Navy Admiral was in there, and when they wanted to bring in the USS Reagan, says, fuck you, fuck. Not only did he want the whole military evacuated from Japan, he wanted all U.S. civilians, which is 2 million people, and they ordered the evacuation. People were getting on ships. They asked Rocha Godoy, asked Kathy Iwani, asked NATO. When the Prime Minister of Japan during Fukushima walks up to me in Delmar, California, and bows to me, and has tears in his eyes, and says, thank you, Kevin Blanche. Don't you think that's a story? So, the girl who got the interview with John Holdren, make it so. Now, I didn't know because I'm not a Trekkie, but I knew what went inside the Situation Room. And so she got an interview with him, and he went off on his Trumpism, rightfully so. Trump was just as bad as Obama, cover up Fukushima, bees puppets. She she got a second interview because she found the interview that I tagged. Well, not the interview, the video that said John Holden from hell. So she went in and she got a second interview with him, and she snuck in. What about Fukushima? And he spilled his guts. He says, well, we were all in there for 9 hours arguing. We knew these were full blown out nuclear meltdowns. We knew the plume was coming over the U.S. immediately. But I went home, they called me back, and they wanted the Reagan end. And the admiral said no, but the Joint Chief of Staff, who's going to be the new Joint Chief of Staff, Cartwright, Haas Cartwright, the Marine, the 5-star Marine, which all this stuff, my dad's the nuke-to-death Marine. So I get everything at, Chernobyl, San Onofre, that's the Marines that run that. That's how I got all the leaked information, and I got it to the meeting when I was in the bone marrow transplant center dying of AML leukemia. Went in on 11/11/11. So he says, Obama rejected the Navy admiral, so he leaned on Cartwright. Now, Cartwright is the Stuxnet virus that was leaked in the New York Times, who he's killing these nuclear physicists in Iran. And Netanyahu and Obama were working on together. Somebody leaked that to the New York Times. Obama says, we're going to get him. We're going to go. It was Obama's best buddy, the one he leaned on. Oh, it was Haas Cartwright, who got convicted, was sent to prison, that Obama pardoned. Just like Duncan Hunter's rabbit. All ties to Fukushima. So that's archivable. We're working on this. I have stuff that's classified. I just told Chris. He's putting together the archive. Shane Russell knows this. Marina Burke knows this. Jan Miss Milky the Clown. Radchick sure knows it. Laura Monet knows it. These people that we all work still. I mean, you're talking, some of these people have IQs so high. I call Laura Monet 180. Of course they're paranoid. I mean, Marina goes in and out of the mental institution, but these people are 180s. They're the best FOIA document readers in the world. We have it. We did all that dirty work, in the early days. I was full of cancer. So it's archivable. So play back the tape. There's videos. I spilled the guts on what Chernobyl, the documentary, was before it happened. By the way, the only part I don't like about it is they try to go into somehow this was capitalism versus socialism, which is a lie. Now, Russia will tell you, and I spent a lot of time in Eastern Europe, as far as Vienna, and everybody over there believes that the United States CIA blew it. And you think that's a far-fetched thesis. You know nothing about Edward Teller. You know nothing. This Oppenheimer said the same thing, his brother, who I talked to. His grandfather, Geis, Bezos, all these nuclear physicists, I'm connected with these people. I was, because of my anti-nuclear fight. I've been at it for years. And, that's what they think over there. Is that far-fetched? I don't think it's that far-fetched, So, anybody that's young that doesn't believe that knows nothing about the Cold War. We grew up, our generation, we know. We were taught to hate Russians. We were taught to hate Eastern. We were taught that Russian women were the ugliest, most hideous thing in the world, and then I hooked up with Annika. She was one of the first Eastern Europeans from the Ukraine that got in here. She came via the pole swingers in Las Vegas, and I met her in the Nevada test site with Megan Rice's mother. Yeah, that Megan Rice, who's Obama sent to prison. I'm the guy that started that petition that got her out. But anyway, thank goodness I talked to her recently. I saw her at the Peace Vigil. But anyway, the first time I laid eyes on her, I'm like, is that what Eastern European girls look like? She says, oh yeah. I'm like, whoa, have we been had? Anyway, she was the greatest activist ever. She died of leukemia, at 38 years old. I learned so much about Chernobyl from her. Her sister had already passed, and both her brothers, who were the original two. Just remember, the Russians went in and entombed it. They sacrificed and did. So the U.S. runs Fukushima, Japan. 100. You forget Yalta by the Sea, post-war? We didn't entomb it, didn't we? We just covered it up. So, and I've talked to Mikhail Gorbachev to his face. His wife died of AML leukemia. This is a tragic story. I told the HBO documentary filmmakers, she was the liaison. She's one of the producers who had me review it. My HBO hat that they gave me. I said, did you film that in the reactor? Oh, we filmed it at Leningrad, in Lithuania, most of it in Lithuania. I said, are you kidding me? You will kill them. It's a fact, and my documentation proves it. My doctor right here, they're anti-nuclears. That's how I got saved. Fantastic men. My open heart surgery was trained by my very own uncle, the doctors that did it. Ogden boys. fantastic. They saved my life. They saved my life. You know, the misdiagnosis, what an evolution. Mormons here, we believe that, you know, well, I'm still officially, Jesus was born on April 6th, so, interesting, right? Huh. It's tragic. He is brilliant. He is fucking brilliant in that piece. Died of a brain tumor. I asked her, did you film that there? Yeah, on location, not at Chernobyl. What, you think that line just stopped? Just like Fukushima? Go to Tokyo, Rakakiiki, where do you think she got her leukemia? The Inspector General in Vienna, I talked to him. You go to Fukushima, you die. Bees dying. You can go deny all you want. This is a fucking big story. We're archiving it back together, so I'll get back with Shane, Russell, hopefully Marina, the two greatest FOIA documents. We were all over this from the beginning. We have everything archived and documented. I have the deciphered brick from Aaron Swartz on the download. I says, you really want me to get on an airplane with that? They'll arrest me so fast, make your fucking head spin. I'm not willing. My doctor says the reason they backed off when you went into the bone marrow transplant, everybody wanted interviews and there was quarantine. I says, everybody used to call me the modern day Rachel Carson. I says, I'm not martyring myself for anyone. I want to watch my grandchildren grow. Fucking sad. He is brilliant in that piece. He's dead. Did you get it? Filming on location? We'll ask little Joe. I ain't gonna quit you. He died at the exact disease I have, AML leukemia. I did a deposition yesterday with an attorney yesterday. It was fucking tough on me. You know, he quizzed the shit out of me. You know, on some people that are trying to put a lawsuit together. I'll never get anything. You know, I don't know. Just all I ever wanted was an apology by the United States government and the people that trolled me and attacked me and tried to kill me. I want my HBO hat back. That's all. All I ever wanted was my peace of mind. Very sad. You know, we can't even live a normal life. Stand tuned.